to the Lord. Cut off a couple people that don't hear from me no more. They say it's for the better, but is it really for the best? They said I'll get more sleep, but I ain't getting any rest. Ooh, nothing's changed in a way, it's getting way worse, way worse. Ooh, don't think I'm doing myself any favors, favors. Since I kicked the bottle, kicked the bag, scratched the Broadway off the map, maybe that'd work if I was someone else. Kick the strangers out my bed, kick the voices out my head, did my best, but I just can't kick myself. These random ways won't ever die. Lord knows that my mama tried, but I just can't kick myself. Everybody on the outside, it's easy looking in. Probably think I'm doing great, like, take a look at him. He's gone and straightened up now. He's finally walking lines. I ain't lying, I was probably doing fine before. Kick the bottle, kick the bag, scratch the Broadway off the map. Maybe that'd work if I was someone else. Kick the strangers out my bed, kick the voices out my head, did my best, but I just can't kick myself and I. These random ways won't ever die. Lord knows that my mama tried, said son, go get some help. What I do, exactly what they told me to. Kick the shit that I used to use, but I just can't kick myself. Kick the bottle, kick the bag, scratch the Broadway off the map. Maybe that'd work if I was someone else. Kick the strangers out my bed, kick the voices out my head, did my best, but I just can't kick myself and I. These random ways won't ever die. Lord knows that my mama tried, said son, go get some help. What I do, exactly what they told me to. Kick the shit that I used to use, but I just can't kick myself.
You say too late to start, got your heart in a hand. I don't believe any of it. You say too late to start, ain't it hard in a hand. You know you're better than this.
Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise that I would've never gotten phoned if I knew I would get so attached. I promise that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that D for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice of the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about hoes. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat, while you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleeds. Two distant strangers like magicians, never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I have to put the bridges out you burnt. What I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that shit. That's catfish, poor performance. Watch your number, please, or contact. Buzz you up so I can call that a ballin'.
Can't tell me like, what do you want? Yeah, tell me like, what do you need? French tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Call plumbing cause I'm at them league. Been swimming cause I'm in the deep. Don't call me, you already know, bitch. I'm on the road and you for the streets.
Young on it ain't shit the same. I guess we're on different things. I guess now we're distant strangers. You said it's no fun to blame, but I was not the one to change. Cause I was not the one to save you. And you were my everything, now I regret everything. I wanted you here with me, but you didn't want that. I'll do anything, I don't know what's bad you're in. I wanted you here with me, but it was too much to ask for. You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know, the return. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show, yeah.
Yeah, a fresh, cool young Lou, trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees. What have you brung you? Did you improve on the design? Did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list? Who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through, and the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then the hitman standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool, like Shadow in the Veil. I battle with it well, though I need a holiday like Lady Who Sung Blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know, yeah.
And you better wear your
Don't cry victim to me. Everything we are and used to be is buried and gone. Now it's my turn to speak. It's my turn to expose and release what's been killing me. I'll be down fighting you. It's impossible. Impossible. Say goodbye with no sympathy. I'm entitled to overcome. Completely stunned and numb. Knock me down, throw me to the floor. There's no pain I can feel no more. I'm entitled to overcome. Finally see what's beneath everything I am and hope to be. Cannot be lost. I'll be damn fighting you. You're impossible. Impossible. Say goodbye with no sympathy. I'm entitled to overcome. Completely
to meet your series' top competitors.
But that's the place I wanna be. After my last breath, bury me in Georgia.
From Atlanta, Georgia,
Underneath the pines, yeah.
defending his series championship,
When it's my day, put me in
driving JCB Digatron, your points leader, Trevor Amos.
yeah, where my roots run deep. When it's my day, put me in that clay. Remember what I told you when I died. Bury me in Georgia. Just take me out to that graveyard. Sing a send me home song. Hook up dogs on my headstone and pile that red dirt. Bury me in Georgia. Let me rest in peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale of Monster Jam Live's very own international series, where tonight we're in Dresden, Germany, and we got all 8 international competitors here to battle it out in 3 competitions as we wind down to the countdown to the Monster Jam Live World Finals 9. As we're going to take a look at our racing bracket here, Gravedigger going up against Black Panther, Iron Man going up against Thor, Megalodon going up against the JCB Digatron, and Spider-Man up against El Toro Loco. Now keep an eye on both Iron Man's Zach Antezana and JCB Digatron's Trevor Amos, both drivers, in a 2-point battle heading into tonight. Every single competition and every single point that they grab here is going to count as they work to that overall event championship and as they try to secure that points title. Here we have first race. Colt Durham coming out behind the wheel of the Black Panther. And he is going up against the guy who's third place in points, Ethan Isaac, in the black and green wrecking machine, the Gravedigger. These drivers are going to battle on the traditional St. Louis style course that is prevalent in many international tours in Monster Jam. As a pretty simple track, you can see the lanes are mirrored very evenly, and they go off the line here. Both drivers mirroring each other as they enter that first turn. Nice and tight to the corners of both drivers. Gravedigger with a slight edge. Both drivers pitching it in hard. Gravedigger with a very early entry, and that is going to barely pay off for him, getting the win by about a half a truck length there. Ethan Isaac and Gravedigger. You saw how early Ethan Isaac, he just pitched his truck into that final turn. I feel like we're going to see that from a lot of drivers here tonight. As, yeah, we're going to make the call official here. Gravedigger moving on to the semifinals. Tell you what though, man, the dirt here in Germany, it's not totally slick. It can entice the drivers to really pitch it in early and slide their trucks in, but you don't want to do it too hard, because then you can end up hiking up and then tipping over, or you could possibly catch a rut in the dirt. So these drivers are going to have to find that very fine line in being able to pitch the truck just early enough to get a good entry, but not to tip the thing over. As here we have Zach Antezana and Iron Man battling it out at the top of that points position. And he is going up against John Butler behind the wheel of Thor. Zach Antezana, he's second place, 2 points behind Trevor Amos. And of course, he wants to make sure that he gets every single point possible here in round number 1 of racing. John Butler, though, trying to play spoilers. They go off the line. Very tight corner. Look at that. The Iron Man hugging the fun box as he goes around the first turn. A very early entry, and he slides it. Beautiful corner right there from Zach Antizana. He's going to get the very easy win here in round 1. Oh, they collide at the end right there. Zach Antizana keeping the dream alive here in the points race. I tell you what, man, these drivers in the near lane, in that right-hand lane, they got this track figured out, man. They know that you have to keep your truck as close to the obstacles as possible, shave as much of that distance as possible, and that's just going to help you a lot on a sort of track like this, that where the corners are very tight, very different to the wide open sort of courses that these drivers have had to run on many different stops across the International Series. As heading into our second half of round number 1, we have E1 Ford behind the wheel of Megalodon. And he is going up against the points leader, Trevor Amos in JCB Digatron. I tell you what, Zach Antizana, he's moving on to the next round. Trevor Amos wants to make sure that he he punches his ticket into the semifinals as well. Trevor Amos, statistically the best racer in the series. Looking to stay on top of the points lead here. But E1 Ford trying to play spoiler. They go off the line. Look at that, a huge hole shot there for the JCB Digatron, just treeing E1 off the line with all due respect. Oh man, the Megalodon, a very squirrely entry right there into that final turn, riding that flower line. It is all Trevor Amos and JCB Digatron. There from Trevor Amos. And yes, there's no red light call. It is official. Trevor Amos moving on to the semifinals. So far, we got Ethan Isaac going up against Zach Antizana, and we got Trevor Amos, who's going to take on the winner of one of these next two guys here in the final race of round number 1. Final race of round 1. Here we have Wyatt McCarron, the rookie, behind the wheel of the Amazing Spider-Man. And he is going up against longtime Monster Jam Live veteran Mario Ortega in El Toro Loco. See what happens here. Both drivers getting themselves staged and ready on that flower line. Very high speed track that we have here. Very fast St. Louis style track to seeing these drivers race side by side. And we're going to see them take off the line right here. There you go. Maybe a slight hole shot right there to El Toro Loco, leaving about a tire length earlier. Around the first turn, it is still El Toro Loco. Wyatt McCarron having to play catch up here. They're coming around the final turn. Spider-Man clips it. And that is going to give the win to El Toro Loco right there. Wyatt McCarron, unfortunate break right there. He's able to finish the pass, though. Clipping that turn prop right there, sending him up and over, as that is going to set up our second round of racing, the semifinals. And we're going to see Ethan Isaac go up against Zach Antizana. That's going to be a competitive race between 2 and 3 in the points. And we're going to see Trevor Amos going up against Mario Ortega. Very good round 2 matchups right here. And tell you what, man, with the way how Wyatt McCarron sort of pitched his truck into that final turn, that's exactly what I was talking about. It's so tempting to throw your truck in early and try to get that slide in, but the dirt, it just might not allow it, man. It's a bit tacky out here in Germany. First race of the semifinals here, Gravedigger and Iron Man, both drivers are going to go off the line. I'm not sure. Problems for Iron Man off the start. We're going to get an official call on whether or not he had a legal start right there. But Gravedigger's running his own pass. It seems like... Oh, but Iron Man actually goes through the turn, and Ethan Isaac is going to get the win. All sorts of issues for the Iron Man right there off the line, and then coming around that final turn, he cut through the square bobs right there. That just gave the win to Ethan. Gravedigger in the final round here. Huge implication on points for Zach Antazana and Iron Man, especially if Trevor Amos comes out and beats Mario Ortega here, which tell you what, I mean, just to say the truth, the odds point in JCB Diggatron's way, but Mario could play spoiler here and upset the champ. Second race of round number 2. JCB Diggatron and El Toro Loco. The winner faces Gravedigger in the final round. Trevor Amos off the line. Mario with a very early entry into that fun box. He tries to play catch up, but JCB Diggatron with more momentum out of the turn. They come around the final corner right here, and it is going to be Trevor Amos, but barely though. Going to possibly get an official call on that though, because I mean, I tell you what, that was a very close race. It seemed like Trevor from this point of view, but official here, Trevor Amos and JCB Diggatron moving on to our final round. What a race between those two. Mario Ortega just put in everything into that race. You saw how tight he was taking those corners, but it was not enough. Trevor Amos able to find that extra mile an hour out of the turns, able to hold him off all until the very end. Here we see these are the journeys that our drivers have took to come to this championship round race. The Gravedigger, Ethan Isaac taking out Colt Durham in round 1, and then Zach Antazana in the semifinals. Trevor Amos, on the other hand, taking out Ewan Ford in round 1, and then, of course, we just saw him take out Mario Ortega. So Trevor Amos, huge implications on points here. If he could pull a victory here, I tell you what, man, this guy is out here to play spoiler. He already spoiled the dreams of the guy before. It is Ethan Isaac in Gravedigger. And he is now going up against the guy number 1 in points, looking to keep the dream alive, Trevor Amos in JCB Diggatron. Tell you what, man, this would be a very impressive win for Ethan Isaac if he's able to get the racing win, defeating both guys top 2 in points in this racing bracket. Trevor Amos, he wants to extend his points lead right here, and both drivers are going to go off the line. Nearly dead even, maybe a slight edge to the JCB Diggatron. Beautiful corner right there from Trevor. He's got the lead by about a half a truck length. Both drivers pitch it in hard. The Gravedigger overdoes it. It is Trevor Amos getting the win here in Germany. Ethan Isaac going to still finish his pass right there. Trevor Amos in the JCB Diggatron, ending off his Monster Jam Live regular season with one final racing win. JCB Diggatron in the winner's circle here in Dresden. And we make it official right here. 8 points being added to Trevor Amos's name. He is going to extend his points lead by about 4 points. As you can see, it is now a 6-point advantage that the JCB Diggatron has over the Iron Man, and the points battle is only going to get hotter and hotter as we head into the skills challenge and freestyle competition. So folks, after the short intermission break, we'll be back with more Monster Jam Live here in Germany.
my.
Got it perfectly on the two side wheels.
And puts it into a nose pick.
Two side wheels. He is sideballing it. Hang on, Felipe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here for more Monster Jam Live action for the finale of the International Series as the points battle between Zach and Trevor only becomes more intense. We enter our technical two-wheel skills challenge as each of our competitors will have either 2 attempts to lay down the best maneuvers that they could put on 2 wheels or possibly 1 tire, or they could go for a donut. But tell you what, man, this is the finale. These guys are going to throw everything that they can at you guys. A whole bunch of different things that we could see here in the skills challenge. And first up, Colt Durham coming out behind the wheel of the Black Panther. Again, you saw on the bullet pointed criteria a whole bunch of different things these drivers can execute. Put their trucks on the front 2 wheels, the rear 2 wheels, maybe on the sides. And a lot of opportunities for combinations here with this track. Colt Durham on the front 2s now off of that fun box. Pops it onto the rear 2 tires on top. He's going to rock it back and forth. There you go, getting back onto the moonwalk. He's trying to get his truck aligned with the cars. Oh, okay, I'm not sure. I don't know if he was trying to get like a wheelie or some sort of moonwalk going there, but not really able to get the truck to continue the combination there on the cars. He's going to go for the center now. Bounces it on the front 2 tires there. Gonna walk it up. He barely finds the grip right there, and he's just going to walk it right onto the vertex of the hill. Transitions into a wheelie, a very smooth transition. Walks it on 1 tire. Oh no, I'm not sure what he was trying to go for there. He's going to set it back on all 4s though. So he is able to recover the move. As that is going to be it for Colt Durham in the Black Panther. It seemed like he wanted to bounce the truck onto that front right tire into another moonwalk. But the truck just kind of bounced it, not in his direction as the score is coming in. It is an 8.405, a very good score for Colt Durham to get things started. Second up here in the skills challenge, John Butler behind the wheel of Thor. There you go. Now he's going to get up and running. Tell you what, man, the obstacles that we have on the sides of the track, particularly the fun boxes and the stacks that we have following them, a lot of opportunity for combos. But tell you what, John Butler is not going for that at all. He goes for a butt kicker off of the container. First time I think I've ever seen a driver attempt a butt kicker in that sort of fashion off that specific face of the container. As he is going to walk it back, he's now in the center of the floor. What else can he turn this move into? You can see him, he's flicking the toggle switch right there, the rear tires waving to the crowd. Even turning the front 2 tires as well. And that is going to be it right there for the first hit. John Butler setting it down. As let's see what he's got for a second hit. A very unique butt kicker right there. Again, off of a spot that I wouldn't really expect a driver to do one off. A very unorthodox move for John Butler. As he is going to go for a popper off this race lane, it seems. There you go. Oh, no. The hammer kind of catching the floor right there. He's going to somersault it into a moonwalk here. And he is going to walk it all the way across the floor right there in the center. Holding the moonwalk here. It seems like he's going to try to walk it forward into something. But now that's going to be it right there for John Butler. Still relatively clean hits right there for John Butler. score to beat is at 8.405 from Cole Durham. And the score is going to come in for John Butler and Thor. Score is in. It is going to be an 8.296. That's going to put John Butler into second place. Let's tell you what, I feel like the reason why the score may have been just a little bit low on the run is because he wasn't really able to do anything much following that butt kicker on the first hit. And also, you know, with how diagonal the truck was on the floor, wasn't able to do much on that second hit either. We love to see drivers being able to follow up on their moves and make smooth transitions into other things. And let's see what these other drivers have in store, man. We have Ewan Ford coming out in Megalodon. As he comes outside of those flower lines right there. There you go. First time in a long time I've seen someone actually doing the Megalodon gimmick there. Let's see what he's got, man. Aiming for the fun box here. Rolls off the lip, pops the rear end high into the air. Look at that, almost trying to find equilibrium. He's going to gas it hard in reverse. And he barely grabs a wheelie. Look at that, he kind of used the lip right there as a berm to get that wheelie propped up, and a very nice combination there for Ewan Ford. Second hit here for Ewan Ford in the Megalodon. Very nice combination right there. That moonwalk into a wheelie to slap wheelie. Puts it on the sidewalls here. A lot of velocity, and he's going to set it down. A very clean sidewall there from Ewan Ford. Able to keep his truck in control at all times right there, and also staying on the tires, the body or the chassis of the truck never making contact with the floor. That's possibly going to give him a leg up in the scores, and the number is in. It is an 8.591. It will, as that is going to put Ewan Ford on top of the board for now. Here we go. Next up in our skills challenge, Wyatt McCarron in the Amazing Spider-Man. Wyatt McCarron wanting to redeem himself from that round one loss earlier in racing, as he is aiming for the fun box here. Pops the truck onto the front two tires. Oh, but he just loses control. I'm not sure what happened right there. It seemed like he wanted to, I don't know if he missed the shifter or if the brakes just stopped working. That's going to be it though for the first hit. Let's see what he's able to do to redeem himself in this second move. Oh, past vertical on the bicycle. He cases it on the vertex of the ramp, and he's going to set it down right there. Very chaotic second hit for Wyatt McCarron. I'm not sure what was going on there, but things just not working in the Spider-Man's way here. The score is going to come in for Wyatt McCarron. And there is the number, a 5.305. That's going to put Wyatt McCarron into fourth place, unfortunately. I mean, tell you what, you still got one more competition to go. I tell you what, man, that freestyle competition is going to be the last time that we see each and every one of these 8 competitors in the International Series. So these drivers definitely going to leave it all out there in that competition here later tonight. As here we have the guy second in points, Zach Antizana in Ironman. This guy has had a lot of success in the Skills Challenge. Arguably his best competition of this season in Monster Jam Live, at least from what I've seen. And let's see what he's able to do to try to close this gap here on Trevor. He goes for a butt kicker off the container, this time from the side. And he's able to walk the truck forward here. Sets the truck up in front of this jackrabbit. He's going to walk it backwards now, actually. Oh, he's actually going to go right into the fun box right there. Oh, but he's not able to grab the wheelie. The rear tires just went over the lip instead of grabbing onto it and accelerating him forwards. And that just caused him to lose all sorts of traction right there. He's going to go for his second move now. Aiming for the step up here, possibly a popper off the lip. Yeah, he's going to go for that. And he's going to pop it onto the front two tires. He walks it over the step up onto the floor. Oh, but he's not able to hold it on the ground, though. He lost a bit of control right there at the end. Tough break for Zach Antizana, but still, I mean, tell you what, good hits nonetheless. Very cleanly executed, despite maybe not being able to follow up at the very end of the moves. Good control, good verticality, good balance. The score is going to come in for Zach Antizana and Iron Man in a moment. And here we have an 8.063. That's going to put Zach Antizana into 4th place. Keep in mind, folks, if Trevor Amos is able to get to more than an 8-point lead by the end of skills, then he will secure the title. But here we have Mario Ortega and El Toro Loco coming out in the previous mold. As you can see, that hood and the more sort of a rectangular body on the truck that he's running. Let's see what he's got here. Oh! Not able to get the moonwalk. He's going to try for it again. I'm not sure if this is going to count, but not able to get the moonwalk on the first attempt right there on the first hit. He's going to walk the truck backwards now. Puts it into a bit of a popper. Not able to grab the wheelie, so he's just going to walk it into another bit of a moonwalk here. There you go. He's able to grab the wheelie. Oh, he's hanging off the side, though. It's going to put it a 5-piece combination here for Mario Ortega and the El Toro Loco. He's going to do it again. And he's going to... Oh, he's not able to get the wheelie there, but that's going to be it. I think that was like a 7-piece combo for Mario. He's got one more hit to go. As he is on the side. Oh my goodness, he went past vertical. What? What? Oh my, oh no, that's gonna be it. He overdid it. I don't know how he was able to keep those things on the sidewalls. He could have stuck his right arm out and touched the ground. That's how low he was. But not able to keep the thing under control when he got up into a wheelie. As that's going to be it for Mario Ortega. I'm interested in seeing what the score is going to be. I'm not sure it's going to be anything too high. But, tell you what, man, leaving a huge impression on the fans here in Germany. And the score is in an 8.46 or an 8.486. That's going to put Mario Ortega into 2nd place, actually. So tell you what, if he would have been able to land that second hit, that possibly could have taken him into the lead. As here we have our finalists coming up here for skills. Second to last, Ethan Isaac in Gravedigger. This guy sent Zach Antizana to 4-point hell in racing. And now he's out here in the skills challenge. As he is going to go in for his first hit. He's going to go for a popper right there off the lip. Walks it all the way back. Nicely done there. Continuing to walk the truck back. And he puts it into a slap wheelie. There you go. Transitions onto the front two tires. He holds it on the vertex of the lip. And he's able to remain in control there still with complete traction underneath those tires. And he bounces it into a slap walk. Brought the slap wheelie, brought the slap walk, and now he's going to go into another wheelie there. And he's going to pocket it up and over the cars. A brilliant combination there for Ethan Isaac. Again, using that shock setup to the best of his ability right there to maximize the combination. Going to go for his second hit here. Look at this. Going to fish flop it onto the other side. Nicely done. Back onto the left two tires. Oh, he's actually going to put it in reverse. And that is going to be it for Ethan Isaac in the Gravedigger. Wow, solid combinations there. I'm surprised that the reverse sidewall worked as clean as it did. A very smooth transition into that. And able to put it into a little bit of a power wheelie afterwards. Score is coming in for Ethan Isaac in the Gravedigger. And look at the score into the 9-point range. With a 9.059, Ethan Isaac goes into first place. Tell you what, very clean, technical, and creative combinations that we saw from Ethan Isaac. So that first place, I mean, hey, no surprise at all. But it's going to be either him or this guy, Trevor Amos, getting the win in the Skills Challenge. Now, not to spoil anything here, but if Trevor Amos is able to win the Skills Challenge, that's going to widen the gap enough for him to secure the points title. So the pressure is on for Trevor Amos as he is going to go for his first hit. He's going to pop it off the back end of the step up. Look at that. He's walking the truck backwards. He's making sure that the tailgate does not touch the ground. There you go. It finally touches the floor there. Still in control, though. Trevor Amos really playing with fire here as he's continuing to walk it all the way back. Look at this. Walking it forward now. And he's going to pop it. There you go. He holds it on the vertex and he walks it down. Went for the same move that we saw Zach Antizana go for, but Zach losing control when the truck got onto the floor. Trevor Amos is telling him, hey, this is how you do it. Walking the truck back up now. Beautiful job. And he's just going to set it down. What a first move there from Trevor Amos. He's got one more to go. His crew chief is able to tell him to back up there without hitting the wall. There you go. He's going to line up for the fun box now. Goes for that reverse popper off the front end of the fun box. Oh, but he does not get the second move done. Not enough velocity going into that second jump or going into that ramp. So he was not able to get the truck propped onto the front twos. That is going to be big. I'm not sure how much of an impact that's going to take on the scores here, but we're going to see the number for JCB Digatron in just a moment. And the score is in. It is a 7.963. That's going to put Trevor Amos into 7th place in our skills challenge, which means that your winner, Ethan Isaac in the Gravedigger with 8 points added to his name here en route to the overall event championship. But tell you what, folks, after that mishap from Trevor, the gap has been shortened by 1 point as Zach Antizana is only 5 behind of Trevor. The dream is still alive for the Iron Man, but tell you what, this tension is all going to break as we go into our freestyle competition right after this very short intermission break.
I can see you by the bar, skinny margarita with a broken heart. So I slid over like a steel guitar. We started talking till I saw your boots bounce to the beat. You said, do you wanna dance with me? Next thing I know, I started to think that we might be on to something. You're putting on a show, no need to take it slow. There's something here I know. I can feel it in the air, feel it in the whiskey in my hand and your hips. Your body tells me when you start to dance, maybe this is turning to a we should probably get up out of here. Oh baby, I swear I can feel it in the air. I
can feel it. You got everybody looking at you, looking at me. Them words you're whispering in my ear, girl, they're as smooth as Tennessee. We got all night to go, this flame ain't burning low. There's something here I know, 'cause I can feel it in the air. Feel it in the whiskey in my hand, in your hips. Your body tells me when you start to dance, baby, this is turning to, we should probably get up out of here. Oh baby, I swear I can feel it in the air. I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. 'Cause I can feel it in the air. Feel it in the whiskey in my hand, in your hips. Your body tells me when you start to dance, baby, this is turning to, we should probably get up out of here. Oh baby, I swear I can feel it in the air. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it. I can feel it. Said I can feel it in the air. I can feel it. I can feel it. Ain't that some back home, buddies in the field, mud on the wheels, yeah. Ain't that some thick smoke, Silverado, tearing up a two-lane road. Ain't that some C-O-U-N-T-R-Y, shit we've been doing since we was J-High. There's folks out there ain't T-R-Y this, man. Ain't that some shit that you hate to grow up and miss? Hate to think of what if I didn't even know what a honey hole with a Zepco when my jeans rolled and a painted skull in my lip. Even is, they say we ain't got a pot to piss, but I thank God for this. Ain't that some back home, buddies in the field, mud on the wheels, yeah. Ain't that some thick smoke, Silverado, tearing up a two-lane road. Ain't that some C-O-U-N-T-R-Y, shit we've been doing since we was J-High. There's folks out there ain't T-R-Y this, man. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some, ain't that some, ain't that some shit? My true north is due south, the blue course going down just like that setting sun on my old Z71. I know it's cliche to sing Chevrolets, cold beers and Fridays, but that's just the way it is out here. Ain't that some back home, buddies in the field, mud on the wheels, yeah. Ain't that some thick smoke, Silverado, tearing up a two-lane road. Ain't that some C-O-U-N-T-R-Y, shit we've been doing since we was J-High. There's folks out there ain't T-R-Y this, man. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some, ain't that some, ain't that some shit? Ain't that some back home, buddies in the field, mud on the wheels, yeah. Ain't that some thick smoke, Silverado, tearing up a two-lane road. Ain't that some C-O-U-N-T-R-Y, shit we've been doing since we was J-High. There's folks out there ain't T-R-Y this. Ain't that some back home? Ain't that some thick smoke, Silverado? Ain't that some C-O-U-N-T-R-Y?
This is all or nothing. Are you ready for this?
The biggest event of the year is here. MJL World Finals is heading to Salt Lake City for the first time ever.
Are you ready for this?
Huge air at a Trent Fong, what a start! The best of MJL compete for 4 championships over 2 days.
Corner Ethan gets a great turn in, backflips it off the side of the...
Don't miss all the skills, thrills, and unbelievable wow moments.
On a bicycle, can he save it?
July 28th through the 29th, live on YouTube.
boy, always knew I one day had the courage to be king. Yeah, time flew when I grew up. Now I'm ready for the promise that it brings. You only wanted me to screw up, but it's something that you're never gonna see. And everything that you hope for, yeah, it was only in a dream. Yeah, now I go on a roll, and I know that I'm never breaking down. I control all the flow on my soul, put a sword at the stone in the ground. She always said it would be someday, seeing castles in the clouds. One way or another, when I step in a room, everybody better bow. So be careful how you talk to me, 'cause there's only one king, and there's only one crown, and there ain't enough room for us both on the throne. It's about to go down.
Can he save it? Bring it back. That's the save.
Another massive leap.
And here we go.
Oh my goodness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the final competition of Monster Jam Live's International Series for this season, as it is a freestyle competition here in Germany where each of our competitors will have 2 minutes to lay down the best freestyle that they could. They must fill the 30-second threshold to qualify for a score, and every competitor is limited to one backflip attempt off of that container. As this is just sort of the bullet-pointed criteria that we're looking for here. Of course, we're looking to see these drivers fill the 2 minutes of the clock, hit all of the obstacles on the track, get some nice air off these jumps, and execute creative technical moves that we haven't seen all throughout tonight. Of course, looking for other things like flow and momentum, smooth transitions, and here we have Wyatt McCarron in Spider-Man. First up here in freestyle. As let's see what he's got here in Storm. Tell you what, a pretty wide open track here. But we have in a lot of these obstacles that could give you a lot of pop. These ramps are very steep. As I think we're really going to see these drivers get shot up high into the air. As first up here is going to go up and over the step up. A lot of distance up and over that. Spins the truck around up and over the fun box. A lot of opportunities for combinations up and over those fun boxes. And look at that, a nice sky wheelie to follow it up. There you go, more nice air up and over the cars. Very consistent with the hang time. As you can see him, Wyatt McCarron is on the throttle, just maximizing the hang time that he can get off all these jumps. A bit more of a subtle move right there, not able to grab the slap wheelie off that. Gonna try to swing things back into the flow of the run. Crosses it over the step up just a little bit there. And a little bit of a bicycle right there to follow it up. Oh, a unique angle right there to hit that fun box. He's gonna bicycle it right into the back of that race lane. There you go. 1 minute in and 1 minute to go for Wyatt McCarron. Oh man, kind of bounces it right there into that face of the fun box. And he's able to roll it back onto all fours right there. Wow. Aims for the container. First guy to go for the backflip tonight. Oh man, a hard landing right there on the rear. Able to get a clean rotation nonetheless. A very solid backflip for Wyatt. Oh, he's going to throw the truck into a save. And the clip farm works as he brings it back on all fours. He's got 30 seconds to go here. Oh my goodness, he bicycles it into the side of the fun box. He goes off the track into the concrete, and that is going to be it for the Amazing Spider-Man. Tell you what, man, when Wyatt McCarron was going out and just hitting all the obstacles, getting some nice air, keeping things under control, it was a very solid run. I think some of the best stuff that we've seen from him all throughout the season, but it kind of fell apart right at the end as the score is an 8.056. That's going to put him into first place as of now, but we have 7 competitors to go. Second up in freestyle, John Butler behind the wheel of Thor. This guy, tell you what, man, he's had a very impressive season in Monster Jam Live. Amongst all these other, all these other talents that we have here in the International Series. He's fighting for a spot here into the World Finals, possibly in the main field or LCQ. As let's see if he's able to really put a stamp on this International Series with his final freestyle run. Starts it off on the back of the step up. Huge air. And a safe landing. Oh my goodness, you can see the shocks really being put to work right there. Sending the truck back into the air off that rebound. A lot of hang time again. With these St. Louis style tracks, there's really no obstacles in the center of the track. There's so much room for these drivers to kind of, send their trucks out in the center and just have a very nice clean landing. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of drivers take advantage of these big air opportunities. As you can see, up and over the front side of the cars, huge air, wow. And again, landing in that open valley in the center of the track. Gets a slap walk going as well. And he's able to set the truck down right there. There you go, nice launch right there over the back of the cars. You can tell, I don't know what's up with those rear shocks. It seems like those things are just juiced up. As you can see, the ways in which they're rebounding here again. As he's going to spin the truck around. He's 1 minute in, 1 minute to go in the run. Aims for the container. Clean rotation right there. Puts it into a one-wheeled moonwalk all the way across the floor. That was sick. Gonna slap it into a wheelie. There you go, almost casing the truck right there on that jammer, but he's good to go. Here you go, landing right off the side of the fun box there. Smart move right there. You don't want to nosedive into the face of that thing. That could go all wrong. Another huge send off the back of the step up, a hard landing. He's able to keep things under control right there. He's got a few seconds to go here, 15 seconds to go. There you go, nice angle right there to go off those cars with. Spins it into a nice cyclone there, gets it back into the flow of the run. And he's going to end off the freestyle with a huge cross thread here. And that is going to be it right there for John Butler and Thor. A great performance there. Let's tell you what, a lot of air. Good momentum across the performance. He was hitting all those obstacles. As the score is coming in for John Butler and Thor, it is an 8.671. That's going to put John Butler in the lead here with 6 competitors to go. Tell you what, a great performance for John Butler as his last performance in the regular season. As let's see what these other competitors have in store here. Tell you what, man, John Butler making the most out of these jumps, getting as much height and distance as possible. As here we have Cole Durham and the Black Panther looking to possibly do the same thing and capitalize on these big moves. I tell you what, it could be very enticing to just go for these big moves here, but you also have to mix in some nice technical moves. You have to be clean, you have to be controlled. As you can see, a nice launch right there for Cole Durham to get things started. Soaring across the floor right here. He nosedives into the ground. Huge slap wheelie, and he's able to keep it under control over the valley of that step up. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. There you go. Somehow he keeps it off the wall right there, as he's just going to keep things continuing here. Another big launch up and over those cars. Spins the truck around, a nice cross thread right there, and he's going to combo it up and over the back of that step up. A very nice combination. Oh, but again, the truck, it just does not want to stay on all 4 tires. He has to kind of pause the flow of the run just again right there on that end of the track. A huge cross thread. Oh my gosh. A hard landing right into the side of that fun box. He gets the truck spun around though. And he's going to put it right into the container. Huge rotation right there for Cole Durham. He's going to follow it up with an even bigger jump up and over the back of that step up. Goes for another huge cross thread. Tell you what, I love the angles that Cole Durham is attacking these obstacles with. Very unorthodox, but he's making them work. And he's getting as much hang time as possible off of these cross threads. Another big launch right there. He goes off the backside of the cars, and he spins the truck around. There you go. I think that was a strategic move right there just to keep the truck off the wall. He's got a flat tire, though. That front right tire is in disrepair as he's got 20 seconds to go. Nosedives it again right there. Puts it into a wheelie and a nice combination move up and over those cars. Oh, man, he's going to try to spin a donut on top of the step-up. Just kind of falls off of it, though. As that is going to be it for the Black Panther. That is it for Colt Durham here in the regular season. That is going to be it. Once again, a very solid run there for Colt Durham. As again, you saw him just sending his truck left, right, and center. And approaching these obstacles with very unique angles. A lot of cross-thread opportunities that he was able to seize on this floor. Let's see how the scores are going to reflect. And here it is, an 8.802. We have a new leader, and that is Colt Durham in the Black Pearl. Not Black Pearl, the Black Panther. Tell you what, a lot of hang time, a lot of wild moves there from Colt Durham, but I think, and these drivers looking at these earlier performances here, I feel like they're definitely going to take a bit, perhaps more of a technical approach or try to be a bit more controlled with their trucks, because I feel like that is exactly what's going to get them into the 9-point range here. As we have Ewan Ford in the Megalodon coming up to follow up that performance from Colt Durham. As you can see him swimming around the perimeter of this floor here. Cutting through the center of the track. Now let's see, this is the last time again that all these drivers will be showing up in the regular season before the World Finals. And up and over that step up here goes the Megalodon. There you go, smooth combination right there for Ewan Ford. As right there just keeps the truck on all fours. And he's going to work his way over to the cars now, making the most out of the outsides of the track first. As you can see, just getting some more nice hang time. Oh, there you go. He's going to put the truck into a bit of a bicycle right there. Oh, but he overdoes it on the wheelie. He's able to bring it back on all fours, and he actually downsizes the jammer. I don't know how that worked out, but he's still going regardless. As he's going to put it right into the front side of that near the fun box right there. Another nice bit of a combination right here from Ewan Ford. Not getting the same sort of height and distance off these obstacles that we saw compared to Colt Durham and John Butler. But tell you what, he's keeping a bit more of a controlled run. There you go. Nice launch up and over the backflip container. Tries to grab a moonwalk right there. Not able to really get it vertical. Nice sky wheelie right there. Brake checking it as well. Pogos it off the wheelie bar. Not even on the rear tires. As another nice launch right there again. Ewan Ford. It's a very consistent run, and I feel like that's what you could really say for all of Ewan performances. As you can see, again, just more nice air. Very consistent. Hits all the obstacles. Gets some nice air going. Very solid momentum and flow on the run. He gets a unique cross thread right there. Dances it on the left rear tire and sets the truck down. As he goes up and over those yellow cars right here. Big launch to end off the run. That is going to be it for the Megalodon. Spins it into a donut here. And he's going to dump it over for the crowd. Oh, man. A lot of torque right there in those cyclones. As let's see what the score is going to be for Ewan Ford in the Megalodon. Again, more controlled. Perhaps not the same sort of energy and the same sort of hang time that we saw compared to other competitors. Let's see what the number is going to be for the Megalodon. as the score is in an 8.732. A very solid score for Ewan Ford, but that's going to put him into second place underneath Colt Durham. Here we go, kicking off the second half of our freestyle competition. Mario Ortega comes out in El Toro Loco. Starts it up and over those cars. Nice launch right there, as he's going to work the outsides of the track first here. Puts the truck into a slap wheelie, and there you go. A bit of a combination right there. He's just rolling over those cars right there. Off the rebound on that slap wheelie. Huge launch across. Oh man, he jumps just barely off to the left of the fun box to give himself a safe landing right there. There you go, a little bit of a slap wheelie right there off the end of that step up. So far, all these drivers able to surpass that 30-second threshold. Cute, look at that. Brake checking it in the air to maximize the hang time off that move. A nice jump right there from Mario Ortega. Whips it into the fun box. And he's going to combo it up and over the step up. There you go. Smooth combination there. Using every square inch of floor right there, all the way in the corner of the track. Goes for the jammer. And rides a nice slap wheelie all the way across a high-speed slap wheelie. First time we've ever seen someone just kind of go for that tonight. And a big backflip to follow it up right there onto the front two tires. Beautiful backflip to moonwalk. Sends it, oh my goodness, he does a flat spin over the step up, as he is going to come back on all fours right there. He's got 30 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, he's going to throw the truck. Possibly earning himself a Crash Madness nominee right there. That's going to be it for the El Toro Loco. Leaving a bit of time on the clock. Let's see what the score is going to be for Mario Ortega. Tell you what, a very, very solid final impressions here on the regular season of Monster Jam Live. And of course, on these German fans. As here is the score, a 7.935. That's going to put Mario Ortega into 5th place. As we have 3 competitors to go. And of course, they are all the guys who are top 3 in the point standings. Here he is, Ethan Isaac, the skills winner, looking to double down here in Gravedigger. Also the racing finalist. This guy definitely has a shot at winning that overall event championship, which would be great for him to cap off the season with that sort of victory. Big launch right there, and look at that. Able to set the truck down before the barrier, and he's just going to keep on going up and over those yellow cars. Ethan Isaac, again, something that is always prevalent in his performances. It is the air and the momentum, just that high energy and intensity that he brings behind the wheel of that Gravedigger machine. Another nice launch right there, using the angled face on that set of cars. And some more nice air up and over the jammer. See, constant activity on the throttle. He's going to put the truck into a pocket move. Oh my goodness, a huge launch. And he's able to set it down. Look at that. The cleanest combination I think that we've seen tonight out of all the drivers so far. And he's just going to follow it up with even more air. Oh man, transfers it onto that other fun box. Able to keep it off the wall somehow. As look at that, there you go, he's able to brake just immediately before hitting those cars to settle the truck a bit there. Got less than a minute to go here, a very impressive run here for Gravedigger. He's going to go off the side of the container, huge rotation. The truck kind of plants itself right there on the rear end. Oh, there you go, a bit of a bicycle right there, crabbing the axles right there. And he's going to cross it over. Look at that, he hits the valley in between that race lane and the jammer to get a nice move. Another huge launch right there for Ethan Isaac. Gonna try to put the truck into a sidewall right there, and he's got a few seconds to go. Big cross thread right there. And that is gonna be it for Ethan Isaac in the Gravedigger. Not able to save it right there, but he fills the clock regardless. Ethan Isaac again bringing to the table what he does in every one of his freestyles here. The speed, the intensity, the activity on the throttle, and it is going to pay off as we have a new leader. 8.926. The Gravedigger goes on top of the board with 2 competitors to go. Ethan Isaac, a very good final impression here on the fans in this international series. As of course, if you guys have been following us all throughout the night, you know exactly who these remaining 2 competitors are. And this guy is 5 down on the standings behind the points leader. It is Zach Antizana in Iron Man. He was in the tunnel looking at what Ethan Isaac had just laid out there. So tell you what, man, if this guy wants to have the best shot at securing a potential series championship, gonna have to make sure that he gets on top of the board, enter that 9-point range. Because look at that, he's starting in the flower lines right there, just a huge launch up and over the cars to get things started. Cuts diagonally across the floor as he goes into the opposite fun box, and a high-speed combination right there, connecting the fun box and the step up together. Another huge launch right there for the Iron Man. Again, that's sort of the name of the game here. Just get as much air and as much speed as possible and carry that around the track. Also keeping your truck in you know, remaining in complete authority over your ride. As Zach Antizana will receive a score, a huge launch. Look at the distance that he goes, and he downsides it right there on the fun box. Transitions right into the backflip container. Oh no, but he's not able to get the consecutive. Folks, the dream is possibly over. Tough break for Zach Antizana. He leaves more than half of the clock. And I think the dream has finally been crushed. We're going to wait on a number here for Zach Antizana. And the score is in, a 7.015. And that means, folks, Trevor Amos, JCB Digatron, has just won the International Series here in Season 9 of Monster Jam Live. Trevor Amos, the lowest that he could have gone in this competition is 8th. But that's it, man. He doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Folks, we have the International Series champion, Trevor Amos, practically coming out just for a bit of a fun freestyle here. As let's see what happens, man. This guy is going to put up a celebratory freestyle as he starts off with a slap wheelie right there. Again, the lowest that Trevor could have gotten was just 2 points underneath Zach Antizana, or 1 point actually, which wouldn't have been enough for Zach to sort of cut the gap right there. For Trevor Amos, you can see him stringing together these nice technical combinations right there using the wheelies. There's a nice launch right there to follow it up on the step up. Oh man, just kind of sliding right there on the front 2 tires. Again, this guy is playing on house money. He has just won the International Series Championship. No pressure on his shoulders, just going out practically for the fans. I mean, he could also get another Sanctioned Sim Monsters win, and I'm sure that's what he's going for here. Bit of an awkward jump right there going off the side of those cars. He keeps it tighter to the obstacles, though. First person to go for this cross thread tonight. There you go, a very nice cross thread. Downsides it on the step up, and he rides a slap wheelie. Goes for another cross-thread right there. There you go, another unique angle to approach that step up in. Spins the truck around, aims again for the step up. He's just maximizing all these cross-thread opportunities that you could get right in the center of the floor. 30 seconds to go. A huge backflip there for Trevor. There you go, sets it down. Doesn't get overzealous, doesn't get greedy with it. And the clock winding down here. Oh my goodness, a huge whip right there for Trevor. And it seems like that... Oh no, never mind. He's going to be able to set the thing back on all fours right there. The clock still winding down, though. He's going to be able to fill time. As that is it for your International Series champion. Trevor Amos and JCB Digatron locking it up before his run even started. He's going to walk out the celebratory moonwalk right here. And look at that. Sets it down right there. We have a score coming in for Trevor Amos. Again, we still have a freestyle winner to crown and an overall event champion to crown. So, of course, the night is not over yet. Score is coming in for JCB Digatron in just a moment. Score is in. It is an 8.798. That's going to put Trevor Amos into third place. That means that your freestyle winner here tonight, and actually taking the double down, Ethan Isaac and Gravedigger. Look at this. Winning the skills challenge and going on to win freestyle, and he was your runner-up in racing. So this guy secures 23 out of 24 possible points. So he is going to win the overall event championship. But folks, I'll tell you what though, man. Trevor Amos is our International Series champion, and I believe we do have a video package here to see how this guy has gotten to this position. So folks, enjoy the montage here as we take a look at our series champion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Amos again has been crowned the International Series champion. He will punch his ticket into the main field of the Monster Jam Live World Finals 9, and tomorrow it will be the last show of our regular season. The points battle between Jacob Cervantes and Max Halpert is going to commence in Colorado Springs tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. As folks, you don't want to miss out on it. I've been Brandon Adam calling the action, and this has been it here for Monster Jam Live in Germany.
A fresh, cool young Lou, trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees, what have you brung you? Did you improve on the design, did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list, who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through. And the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then the hitman, standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool, like Shadow in the veil. I battle with it well, though I need a holiday like Lady who sung blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too.
If you are what you say you are,